Welcome to This Week in High School Sports. I'm your host, Teresa Wippel. Steve Willits, welcome back.
Thank you, Teresa. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. We're dressed appropriately.
We are. We've got Seahawks and Christmas, so two of our favorite things this time of year, and
That's right.
ready
Here we
for some
are.
action.
Okay. And on last Thursday, a wonderful basketball game, and you were there.
A very good basketball game, and we were able to broadcast that on Sound Live Sports Network. So it's a game that's archived if anybody wants to go back and watch.
That's right.
A battle between two teams that we figured were going to maybe be playing for first place, and they didn't disappoint. Mountlake Terrace, Edmonds-Woodway, two boys basketball teams that have gotten off to hot starts this year, and an outstanding basketball game. Tied up at the very end. Kyrie Armstead, the sophomore from Mountlake Terrace, with 4 seconds to go, hits a game-winning layup, and there he is up on the screen right there, celebrating the
Great photo.
celebrating the winning shot with his teammates. Gives the Hawks a 74-72 victory, and a game that was just nip and tuck the entire way. Edmonds-Woodway had an 8-point lead in the first quarter. The Hawks took a 5-point lead into the halftime. The Warriors came back and they led after the third quarter, so it was just back and forth the entire way. A lot of free throws being shot in this game. As a matter of fact, in the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, the two teams combined for 25 free throw attempts, and they made 24 out of the 25. So really a solid night of shooting free throws. Made for kind of a slow game at times, but all in all, a fantastic game, and it gives the Hawks a first place going into the holiday.
Wow, incredible.
And then the very next night, Edmonds-Woodway had to regroup, and they played again. This time they went and played against Shorewood, another very good team this year. And Edmonds-Woodway showing that they're resilient. They bounced right back, and they get a 99-71 victory in that game. David Woodard, 32 points. Jordan Rice had 21 in the game. Noah Becker, 16. They had 95 points with about 3 minutes to go, and I thought they might hit triple digits. You could tell the players wanted it, but I talked to Robert Brown, the coach, afterwards. He said if we're going to do it, we're going to do it the right way. So he was letting his backup players try to get the final basket. He had a couple of his starters in at that point. They were looking to assist so that one of the bench players could get the century mark. Just a little bit short, but they got the victory. So Edmonds-Woodway, they're off to a 6-2 start on the year.
Okay.
They're playing well. And then Meadowdale. Meadowdale gets a two nice wins this week. They had a 69-55 victory over Oak Harbor, a game in which Nathan Heilpap had 23 points, Harry White had 22. And then they turned around on Friday night and beat Lynnwood 64-52. So a few of our teams in the area looking good this week and continuing their winning ways.
Okay, and the girls were interesting contests as well.
Yeah, not quite as many close contests, but still nonetheless some victories for our local ladies teams. Lynnwood defeated Meadowdale 66-21. Nothing too surprising there. It's Lynnwood.
It's Lynnwood.
That's
yeah.
what they do to people.
Doesn't look like they're coming across anybody that is a competition at this point.
Not right now. They were ahead 51-10 at halftime. And again, that's more a tribute to what they're capable of doing and not necessarily what Meadowdale wasn't able to do. Lynnwood does that pretty much to everybody. Meadowdale did turn around and get a victory later on in the week. They defeated Oak Harbor 55-44. Ava Taylor had 14 points. Cassidy Daughter had 11, and Selena Teckel had 14. So the Mavs did get a victory this week. And then Edmonds-Woodway came away with 3 victories in 3 games, one of which was Shorewood, a very good Shorewood team, and they defeated them 51-45. So Edmonds-Woodway off to a 6-1 start. Maddie Tudor, who's the transfer from Moses Lake, she had a 15-point night, and the Warriors are looking good.
Okay, and there's some girls' games going on this week too, right?
Yeah, it's a big week over at Mountlake Terrace High School. 3 of our 4 teams in the school district are going to be participating in the Mountlake Terrace Holiday Tournament, which starts on Tuesday and concludes Wednesday. Tuesday, Juanita plays Meadowdale at 12:30. 2:15, Marysville Gitchell is playing Mountlake Terrace, and then Stanwood plays Edmonds-Woodway at 7:30, and that could be a very good game. And then the following day, Meadowdale plays at 12:30, Mountlake Terrace at 4, and Edmonds-Woodway wraps up the tournament with a 7:30 matchup against Inglemore, one of the teams that's been a state powerhouse for the last few years. So a lot of good basketball taking place at Mountlake Terrace High School. Again, that's Tuesday the 22nd and Wednesday the 23rd.
Very good. Yeah, that's definitely something. Take your friends, take your family if you want to go see some good basketball.
And before we leave basketball, we should also mention Meadowdale boys are going to be playing on Sound Live Sports Network on the 23rd.
Right.
And that's going to be against, that's actually on Tuesday the 22nd. That's against Jackson, and it's our sister station,
Right.
STSPN. So for folks that want to watch Meadowdale play,
Yep.
they can tune in Tuesday night.
Very good. And then swimming, there were some interesting events last week as well.
Yeah, swimming is in full effect right now. Edmonds-Woodway doing a nice job. They got a victory over Everett earlier this week. Anthony Edwards picked up a victory in the 200 individual medley. Joseph Livesey picked up a win in the 100 butterfly, and Edwards picked up another victory in the 500 freestyle. Mountlake Terrace also participated in that particular meet. They lost. It was a dual meet to Everett, but Zach Harrion picked up a win in the 100 backstroke, and Joey May got a victory in the 100 breaststroke. So nice job for those young individuals. And then on Thursday, Meadowdale picked up their first victory of the year. They defeated Monroe, and we want to make sure we mention a few of the Mavs swimmers as well. Jack Busby gets victories in the 200 freestyle and the 100 backstroke. Kyle Weiss in the 50 freestyle and the 100 butterfly. And Gunnar Brent won his event in the 100 freestyle. So a nice job for all those Mavs swimmers out there.
Okay. And swimming has the week off now until after the holidays, for the next couple weeks?
Swimming is done until early January, so they've got some time to kind of rest the bones a little bit. Maybe get in the hot tub instead of the colder water and get ready to go for 2016.
Okay, good. All right, and then wrestling. Boy, there was a lot going on with wrestling.
Yeah, quite a bit going on. Early in the week, individual matches. So Mountlake Terrace picked up a victory over Stanwood. Meadowdale also defeated Stanwood on the same night. It was a dual match. And then Edmonds-Woodway defeated Everett 66-6, so they squeaked one out. A few of the Edmonds-Woodway wrestlers and a couple of guys that we mentioned last week that we want to give a shout out to. Sadat Kanye, who we've got a picture of. He won his match in the 126-pound classification. And then Spencer Schultz picked up a victory in the 195-pound class, and there's Spencer right there going against one of the Everett wrestlers. And then over the weekend, we had the Lynnwood Classic taking place at Lynnwood High School, and that included 10 different schools from around the area, 4 of which were our schools from our school district, and a few individual winners in this one. Well, should mention first, Edmonds-Woodway won the overall team. Mountlake Terrace took second, so congratulations to the Warriors and to the Hawks. Individually, Matt Hood won for Edmonds-Woodway. He took the 106 weight class. Lowell Wold took the 132, and he's a student at Lynnwood High School. Connor Hadler had a victory over Nate Paulson. That's in the 138. Hadler's a Edmonds-Woodway student. Paulson goes to Lynnwood. Chaplain Mack from the Hawks of Mountlake Terrace, he won the 160-pound. Cole Anstis won the 170 for Lynnwood. Constantine Strative defeated Lex Davis in the 182-pound. That's Strative from Edmonds-Woodway and Davis from Mountlake Terrace. And then finally, Eric Brezen from Mountlake Terrace, he won the 195-pound class by defeating Josh Livingston from Edmonds-Woodway. So a lot of local wrestlers having good weeks and something for them to build on as they head into 2016.
And I have to compliment you on your name pronunciation.
I think Lex Davis I didn't have too much trouble with. It was a few of the others that I was a little bit worried about.
I tell you,
we got it.
When you got a bunch to list like that, that's not always an easy chore.
Yeah, we need more Smiths, Davises, and Joneses, but
Okay. All right. Well, anything else that we didn't talk about this week?
No, I think we've pretty much covered it. Again, swimming and wrestling are on breaks right now. Boys basketball, there's really only the Meadowdale has 2 games this week, but other than that, they're off. And then like we mentioned, the 3 girls teams are going to be over at Mountlake Terrace, so it should be a rather quiet week, but enough to keep us going and enough for us to be back here next week to catch everybody up.
That's right, and we'll have some tournaments to talk about next week. And other than that, we just want you all to have a Merry Christmas. So stay tuned, come back next week, and happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody.